Hello and welcome to Sloth's Love to Read. Today we're going to be reading a very special story called The Legend of the Worry Doll by TeriLee Greeff. This is a wonderful story and I hope that you will check it out on Amazon. I will leave the link in the description and I hope you'll check it out. Let's get started. The Legend of the Worry Doll by self-published author TeriLee Greeff. In a small village in Guatemala, a little girl was visiting her grandmother while her parents were out of town. The grandmother noticed the tears on her young granddaughter's face as she watched her mother and father drive away. She gave her a hug. Later that night, hours after tucking the little girl into bed, the grandmother went to check on her and noticed that she was not sleeping. In fact, she was wide awake and looked very troubled. "What's wrong, precious girl?" the grandmother asked lovingly, and the little girl did not say anything. Sometimes when we have a lot of emotions or worries, it is hard to talk about them to other people. Sometimes it is difficult to find the right words to help others understand, so we just don't say anything at all. The next morning, the grandmother had an idea. "Come over here and look in this chest with me. It is filled with things that I had when I was a little girl." As they were going through the chest together, the grandmother handed her granddaughter a cloth with something wrapped inside. "What's this?" the child asked. She opened it carefully, and inside were little woven dolls made of sticks and bright-colored threads and material. The grandmother replied, "This is something that my own grandmother gave me a long time ago when I was about your age." "Did you play with them?" the child asked. The grandmother looked down, remembering her childhood, and answered, "No, they had a much more important purpose. Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, a princess was born. She was the daughter of the great Maya sun god, who warms the earth and brings light to all. The sun god was so overwhelmed with joy at the birth of his baby that he gave her a very special gift. As he stared into her sleeping little face, he proclaimed loudly for all to hear, "My daughter, I gift you with the ability to see into the souls of others with your kind eyes, the strength of body to carry the worries of the world, and the wisdom of a sharp mind to solve its problems. May you bring joy to all." And as years went by, the princess grew kinder, stronger, and wiser. The people of the world loved her. One day the princess was out walking when she spotted a young boy hidden behind a large caipa tree crying. The princess approached the child and in her sweet, soft voice asked, "Why are you crying, my little one?" The little boy hid his face and tearfully mumbled, "Princess, I cannot say." The princess thought for a moment and then in her wisdom asked, "What if instead of speaking it out loud, you whisper it in my ear?" The child answered miserably, "But my princess, it is too heavy of a burden for me to share with anyone." The princess stared tenderly into the boy's eyes and said, "Did you not know that my father, the sun god, gifted me with the strength to carry all the world's problems? I am very strong." The child stopped crying but was still hesitant to speak. You see, some problems are very hard to share. Sometimes they involve other people who we might be afraid of. Sometimes we might feel embarrassed or ashamed. Sometimes we cannot control the problem and feel powerless. Sometimes the problems are bad secrets that should not be kept, but get stuck in our throats, making them hard to say out loud. Finally, with much coaxing, the boy whispered the terrible problem into the beautiful princess's ear. When he was done, the princess looked at the child with compassion and said, "Cry no more, little one. I will carry this worry for you so that you might feel at peace and rest easy when you go to sleep tonight." And the little boy immediately felt the crushing weight of his problems simply disappear. When nightfall came, the child slept peacefully, just as the princess had promised. The little boy woke the next morning and ran to find the princess. With a hug, the child thanked her for her generosity. The princess returned the little one's embrace and gave him a gift, a small, colorful woven doll. The princess told the child if he ever felt tired, sad, or afraid because of a problem, he only needed to whisper the worry to it and place the doll beneath his pillow. By doing this, the doll would take on the burden of the worry, just as the princess had done, so that the child might find peace and sleep soundly through the night. The little boy thanked the princess again and ran off to play. Word spread quickly of the generous princess and the worry doll. Others began to approach the princess and whisper in her ear. They would then be gifted with their own worry doll to bring them comfort. Having found her purpose in life, the princess traveled the world seeking to help those who were weighed down by sad and fearful thoughts, secrets that needed to be told, or problems that needed to be solved. Everywhere the princess went, she left the colorful and artfully woven dolls to be slipped under pillows to hold the worries of the world. At the end of the story, the grandmother handed the little worry doll to her granddaughter and said, "This is for you. When you have a worry that is making you sad or afraid, whisper to this worry doll and put it under your pillow. Let it hold that worry for you so that you can sleep well." That night, the little girl did just that. What would you whisper to your worry doll? And here's a little bit about the author. TeriLee Greeff is currently a licensed marriage and family therapist in Utah and has been working with children and families for over 30 years. She and her husband previously worked for a nonprofit agency that provided care and treatment to adolescents. They have had the privilege of being foster parents to many children that have enriched their lives. Teri and her husband have been married for 35 years and have 4 of their own children and 6 grandchildren. Teri has always been a reader and lover of storytelling. Storytelling has been a huge part of her work with children in helping them to externalize their trauma and to understand that they are not alone. Oh, what a wonderful story this was today, The Legend of the Worry Doll. It has so much to teach us, and we can always tell somebody our secret. And if you feel like you need something, why don't you tell a stuffed animal or one of your toys or a little doll that you can put under your pillow? Sometimes that really does help. And I hope that you will check out this book on Amazon, and I hope that you will add it to your home collection. I hope that you all have such a wonderful day today. Thank you for listening in, and we'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye for now.